Greetings, my name is Winnie Chawira, the host on Omaha Reggae Vibes, and today I have a great reggae artist. It is Kool, Johnny Kool from Kingston, Jamaica. He is in the house. I have so much respect for his work. Greetings, Kool, Johnny Kool.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Hello, Omaha.
Yes, right?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good, good. You know what? Welcome to Omaha and welcome on Omaha Reggae Vibes, and I am so excited we finally get to have you here on the show tonight. So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, Kool Johnny Kool is a 6-footer.
Yes.
You know, in this music for over, let us say, 20 years.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
and still going strong. I was born in St. Catherine, Jamaica,
Right.
and grew up in Kingston.
Yes.
And, you know, basically, reggae vibes.
Reggae vibes. All right. You know what? Which is wonderful because you grew up in Kingston, and I know there is a lot of music that goes in Kingston. So really, who inspired you into reggae music?
Well, as a youth coming from the country,
Yes.
and coming to Kingston, I usually do some things when I was living with my mom, and then I moved to the city with my dad. And I was involved in doing stuff, you know, just doing musical stuff without me even knowing that I was having music like that in me. So when I came to Kingston, I have some cousins that do music like that. You know, they have sound system, media mix sound system. So I see them doing music, I was like, what? So, you know, I get involved. And they're singing and doing all these stuff. And so I just go down there and going for the mic, and they give it to me. And I was just singing all kind of things, but I was on beat. And they was licking down the fence, and, you know. Yes. So at that time, I realized that I have the music in me. So, okay, so, you know, growing up in Kingston now, and they have this sound system called Virgo, because those days was sound system.
Right.
So Virgo sound system with an artist they call Lone Ranger.
Yes.
You know, and that was the artist I liked.
Yes.
So I used to like hide, you know, go through the window in the night when my father is sleeping
Right.
and go to the dance. And I couldn't go in because I wouldn't let in youths in the dance.
Yes.
So he was my influence.
Yes.
At that very early time, you know.
Right, wonderful, wonderful. So that's really great. So would you say you started with more DJing stuff before you went into music?
Yeah, definitely, because as I said with Lone Ranger, I like the crispness, the melody and the kind of stuff that he was singing.
Yes.
At that time. So, yeah, the DJ vibes and that kind of vibes, that's how I really get in tune. And then, you know, my influence go on and on after that, you know.
Okay.
Then I discover Bob Marley, and I discover, you know, all these great people in music.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So would you say Lone Ranger will be your reggae, like dancehall idol?
Yeah, he's definitely my first person I look towards.
Right.
And really love and want to be like him.
Right.
You know, that was my first, and I was a kid then.
Right.
You know, but so I get involved and evolve. You know, I see other people that
Yes.
I like and take it a step
Right.
up more, yeah.
Okay, which is great. So, you know, I know you have been on this international stage. When was your first break on the international stage?
1992 at the Panafest in Ghana.
Yes.
West Africa.
In West Africa. And how was it for you coming from Jamaica and performing in Africa?
Well, it was actually that was my very first time I was traveling, my very first time out of Jamaica. I was doing a lot of shows and dances and
Yes.
performing in Jamaica.
Right.
And I was approached by Dr. Paul
Yes.
from the Rhythm King Bands then, and he wanted to start his own production. And then they introduced me to his partner, which is a guy called Jacko Telwell. So they decided to have me as their artist, you know. So we started working, and then they're trying to get me out there. So I'm doing shows all over Jamaica, you know, performing with all of the hot artists then
Yes.
at that time, and doing shows. So they decided we want to take it international.
Right.
So they asked Mr. Gregory Isaacs,
Yes.
rest in peace.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Good person, to kind of bring me out there on the road and let me get the international feel. So Gregory, you know, you have some funny story like, okay. You know.
Which is Gregory Isaacs, you know, I really loved his music and had so much respect for this reggae legend. And I'm actually grateful, and actually really it's nice to hear that he was one of the artists who put you out on the international stage. And you are on the international stage right now. In Europe, people love you. And actually on this show, couple months ago, we actually did a show on the busiest reggae artists for 2014, and you were among of the busiest reggae artists last year. You did about 20 shows here in US, and you did more than 30 shows in Europe, and you were at the biggest festivals in Europe. And how was the experience last year?
Well, the experience was a very great experience, you know, because when you get to perform on that level at any given time, it's a very great thing, you know. And then I was with one of the great, which is Anthony B.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, you know, working with Anthony B, and, you know, you get that platform, it is the most wonderful feeling. I like to perform. That's the greatest part of me in music, actually, that I like. More. That's my part that I like. I like to perform. I like to see a lot of people in front of me. I like to see the smile on people's face, and I just, you know, so performing for a lot of people and performing on that platform where you do all those big festivals, it's the greatest thing for me.
Good. You know what? And you really have so much energy on stage. And how do you manage to have all these shows? Because, you know, with us, that's what we do. We always track artists to see who is doing what in reggae music, who is doing the shows. And there were many times when you were doing like shows back to back in Europe. And I would go, of course, on YouTube a couple of days later to see what did people post on your performances. And they were all energetic performances. What is your trick?
Exercise, eat healthy, and all of that good stuff.
And sleep.
I think with my energy, it's a natural thing, you know, because when I was growing up, I used to into like sports big time. I play soccer, football, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I used to do, it's funny when I tell people this, I used to do gymnastics.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I can do all them flick. I ain't do that again though, because, you know, too much weight. But then time I was tall and skinny. Right. So I could do a lot of stuff. Right. So, you know, I was definitely active when I was a kid in sports. So I still, you know, you have to exercise still because you still have that energy and that, you know, so that's my trick. And I think every artist should exercise, or every human being should exercise and keep their health up like that. So,
right, which is very good. And who writes your song? Who writes your songs?
Well, for the most part, 90% of the songs that I do, you know, I write.
You write them?
I wrote most of the songs that I did. You know.
And of all the songs that you have written, is there any one particular song that you say, this is my favorite song?
I like Living Condition.
Living Condition? Yeah. It's a very good song.
Yeah, Living Condition, that when I'm doing that song, I feel a certain way. You know? It's the message in there and the way it makes me feel when I'm doing the song. So, you know, I'm feeling a very positive, very nice vibes with that song. I have a lot of songs that a lot of people like, but that song, it gives me a certain feel.
It gives you a feel. Okay, good. So, you know, if viewers would like to go and get Kool Johnny Kool's music, where will they go and find your music?
iTunes.
Yes.
Yeah, the social media, so to speak. Yes. Once you click Kool Johnny Kool, things will pop up. But definitely you can go iTunes, TuneCore, and, you know, and I'm trying to widen that some more because, you know, the world is ours. Right.
So speaking of which, you know, Kool Johnny Kool is going to be performing at the Omaha Solstice Reggae and World Music Festival on June 27th. And this is the thing, Kool Johnny Kool, this is not the first time you've been to Omaha. You've been to Omaha in 2011, 2012. You were in Omaha early 2014 on tour, and then you came back for the Omaha Solstice Reggae and World Music Festival, and you are back again this year. Tell me how you feel.
I feel like I'm married to Omaha.
You feel like you're not married to Omaha?
Yeah.
Definitely, I would say the same thing too, because you have been to Omaha for real.
Yeah. We're going to have a reggae ceremony.
Right? We would definitely, yes, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I came to Omaha a couple of times, and I find it really interesting.
Yes.
Like, you know, the people really, you know, receive me well here.
Right,
so
right.
There's a special connection.
Right.
You know, when anytime that I hear that I'm coming this side, I get excited.
Then you get excited?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, which is really good, because right here on Omaha Reggae Vibes, we have drops for Kool Johnny Kool, and we always get feedback from the fans. We really like that artist. We really like Kool Johnny Kool, and people are looking forward to seeing you this year. And how did you feel? Because last year when you performed at the festival, from what my understanding, there was overwhelming requests from the reggae fans wanting you to come back this year. You know, how do you feel about that?
Well, hearing this now,
yes,
I'm feeling well, I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling excited.
Yes.
To know that the people accept me, and I love this part of town, you know. So
yes.
It's really, it's a good feeling to know that, you know what I mean? Because last year when I performed, you know, when I run out on the stage, you know, there was a lot of girls screaming, a lot of people. I was like, wow, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so, you know, I really looking forward for this trip. Like, I'm preparing, like, because, you know, these people really like me, so I'm gonna give them a 200%.
Right. Well, which is really good. We are looking forward to that. And what is the message for you this year to the Omaha Reggae fans?
Just peace and love, and come out and have fun, because my music is about fun and to inform people every so often. But the most important thing about music, it is a form of, is a platform where people express. It's an expression.
Right.
So we express positiveness, but saying that we also, you know, try to keep the entertainment in the music. So when people have a hard day at work, and, you know, maybe a stressful day at work, and they say, okay, I'm going to see Kool Johnny Kool.
Right.
I want them to be jumping and shouting and say, yeah, you know, the guy was good, and they go back with a smile on their face. Or if they leave their home and leave their home smiling, when they go back, I need them to even have a bigger smile.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So that's the message there. Just, you know, come out and have fun.
Which is good. We know, boss, we are all looking forward to come out and have fun. And I was just going to ask you something that I always ask every person in the reggae industry, and it is about how do you feel about, you know, the uniting and the, you know, like, boss, I always feel reggae music is like a movement where people really have to work together, work as a team to put the messages out there. The messages in reggae itself, they are really strong, but the teamwork, how do you feel about the teamwork in reggae?
I think over the years it grow and it's getting better. You know what I mean? More artists in this time are collaborating together, doing songs together, and the movement is very strong out there, and more people in the world get the opportunity to go to a reggae concert and get the message, because as I said earlier on, it's a message music. You know, it's the music who bring every being together. Okay, you can be singing in a country that speak Latin. And they will be singing your song. But if you try to have a discussion with somebody, they can't speak.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So this music is a very powerful music. It was here before me, and after I'm gone, it's going to be here. So I'm just doing my part, you know, and sharing my energy.
And speaking of collaborations, who would you want to do a collaboration with? If you would be told, pick up anybody to do a collaboration with, who would you want to do a collaboration with?
In reggae music?
In reggae music,
well, let me tell you something.
Yes.
There are so many good artists in this time that, you know, pick one right now for say, you know, it would be like, no, but there are a few artists that you don't really like to do something with that would take you on a different level, based on the level. And my pick of that artist right now would be you know, like Gregory Isaac if he was alive, but
right.
he's not. God rest in peace. You know what I mean? Rest his soul and everything. But to be honest, like Ziggy Marley,
right.
you know,
right.
would I like do a song with Ziggy Marley?
Ziggy Marley, yes.
Yeah.
Well, he is a great artist. He is a great artist for real. And you know what? I am so grateful you came here. Just before we go, you are working on some new projects. What are you working on right now?
Well, I have a new single I'm working on. It's called Housing Scheme. It's it's a fun song.
Yes.
It's that song arrived by, you know, me and my friends were sitting down and we're talking about who run the place and who doing this, and so that's how the song arrived, you know. So it's going to be released July 1st, but I am going to give Omaha the opportunity to see that video first and hear that song first.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Omaha fans, reggae fans, do you hear this? We are going to start playing the music videos for Housing Scheme, brand new from Kool, Johnny Kool, and we will play it tonight as soon as we finish this interview. And the music video is Housing Scheme. And then Kool, Johnny Kool, thank you so much for coming and having a chat with me.
Yeah,
I'm so glad. I am looking forward to seeing you at the Reggae Festival, and I will be asking you more questions then.
Well, it's a pleasure being here. So my fellows give thanks. And just let Omaha people know that, well, we run the housing scheme, and when we step out, so me ever look clean, and we have the Kyle, and you know me no mean, and me clean like we pose in a Vogue magazine. Omaha Reggae Vibes, Kool, Johnny Kool was here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming and meeting with me.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Okay, thanks.